Beautiful Wednesday morning all across the region. Thank you so much for joining us on Hot Mic on WDAY Extra, Inform.com, and KSFL for our friends in Sioux Falls. We broke the news earlier in the show of the Tier 2 television contract, so we're going to bring in the big guns, the Vice President of Broadcast, Josh Rohrer, joining us. Josh, I don't think we did it the due diligence, so if you could break down the details of the agreement and just kind of what people can expect with this between Forum Communications Company and the Activities Association.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for having me in this morning. So the Tier 1 sports we've held for the last 11 years and really enjoyed a great partnership with the High School Activities Association. Worked really hard. You guys, part of that team, working really hard to not only cover these games, but expand how many games that we broadcast and stream every year. When we first took on the contract, there were 30 games being broadcast, and we're approaching 100 now, which is awesome. And just more exposure for the student athletes who really work hard every year to get to these tournaments. So super proud to be able to expand this partnership into the Tier 2 sports. So Tier 2 sports are inclusive of baseball, softball, volleyball, swimming, diving, gymnastics, wrestling. Really, what I would consider to be kind of underrepresented sports in the TV and streaming world. And so we're working out a fully fleshed game plan here in the coming weeks to be able to announce the schedule that we intend to broadcast. I think it's really exciting. We're looking to bring some of these tournaments to our ABC stations, in addition to WDAY Extra and streaming. The overarching goal here is just to expand how much we're covering, how many games we're able to get on, and distribute them to the viewing audience who can't otherwise be here. Right. Soccer is also part of Tier 2. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Well, I mean, there's so many that are now involved with this, and again, super excited to be a part of this and showcase these student athletes that put in a lot of work and, like you said, underrepresented in some portions. And one thing you mentioned, it's expanding. We're not taking away anything, right? In our coverage.
No, absolutely. Big plans for expansion across the board. Like I said, bringing things maybe to our ABC stations where possible. We have conflicts, right? We're the voice of the Bison. We are the voice of the Tier 1 sports. So there's only so much airtime in the day, but we're going to expand everywhere that we can. And plug your ears, but your play-by-play work is going to get a whole lot more busy as we get down the road.
I like the sound of that. Yeah, that sounds good. And we were talking off air, and just to create a destination, and you touched on it, and I really like what you were saying while we were in the commercial break. There's so many different avenues to watch games, whether that's postseason, regular season. So to have a spot, whether that be WDAY, WDAY Extra, WDAY Plus now with the app, that is so helpful for these parents and also for students to watch it back. Can you touch on having a centralized location for all these athletics?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and we talked with the High School Activities Association this year when we presented the Tier 1 proposal, and our overarching goal is to create a true home for high school athletics in North Dakota. And between all of the platforms that you just mentioned, and probably then some as we go down the road, I think we can really create that, and even look to partner with every school. Streams pretty much every game that's on, whether it's basketball, soccer, hockey, whatever. If we can partner with schools to also aggregate some of that content within our platform, just to help create a one-stop place for high school content, I think that would be a really beneficial feature to have. Knowing now a lot more, as my daughter's playing soccer at Fargo North, every school streams on a different platform. And we're not looking to create a monetization platform for those types of things that we're not creating. Just a centralized hub so that I can tell my mother-in-law, hey, just go to this place and you get all the games, kind of deal.
Right, exactly. And we were talking with Drew, who was just in here on the WDAY Plus app, and expand on it more. Just that's going to be a huge part to this. If you don't have it already, that's going to help you find it easily if you if you don't want to go on WDAY Extra. It's all right there on your phone. You can download it onto your TV. You can touch more on that a little bit.
Yeah, so the WDAY Plus app, several years in development. It took us a while to get there. But yeah, it's available from Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV, as well as your iOS and Android phones. We have over 600 games, video on demand, available that we've produced over the years. That's part of our premium content offering, but there's a lot of free content there too.
Right.
You want to watch Hot Mic? It's on right now on the WDAY
Right,
Plus
exactly,
app.
exactly.
Search it. It's there. It's live. All of our newscasts are live, and all of that is content that's available at no charge. So we have a lot of content that is premium. We have a lot of content that is be in front of our paywall, as we like to say in the industry. But that app is continuing to grow every day. Drew Trafton's content being added to it. Northland Outdoors, Ag Week TV, all of our newscasts. We have a ton of video on demand from our news, weather, sports. Even on-demand newscasts that are available. So definitely worth checking out. It's a great app. It's super user-friendly, really easy to navigate and find the content you're looking for.
Right. So with us expanding to Tier 2, how does this affect like the Minnesota high school sports coverage? Like, are we still going to keep doing that? Because I know that's a big deal with the big tournaments up at the Dome in the beginning of November, the Section 8 AA. How does it affect that?
It does not. Short answer. I'm going to make it really simple. No, we are every bit as committed to the Minnesota high schools in our area. I can't remember. I believe when we were at Concordia this spring, it was the 39th year that we've covered section finals in Minnesota. We are not going to let those things slip. We're not going to let our commitments to NDSU slip. This is all about expansion, and we're doing it intentionally. We're not just taking on more than we can handle. We're going to have to add resources. We're going to have to add places to distribute content, all that stuff, and that's again where WDAY Plus comes in. But absolutely, no changes to those things. Very committed to doing those and continuing doing those.
What were your thoughts on last year? Of course, we had tournaments going on same weekend all across the state, and throw on the Dakota Bowl, and we've been doing this. We've had the Tier 1 rights for a very long time. What were your thoughts on last year and just how we've grown from when we started this? What was it, been 11 years ago? 12 years now?
11 years ago. Yeah. So it's been fun partnering with the high school association. Adding a third class of basketball was certainly one of those. Okay, let's just take a breath. Let's figure it out. Stacy, our operations manager, and I went to Valley City, met with some of the board members of the High School Activities Association, said, let's just figure out how we're going to do this. And that's probably the best thing in a partnership like this is it's not about demands. It's not about, difficult situations. It's just, this is happening. Let's figure it out.
Right.
And so it took some juggling for sure. We had 2 basketball tournaments going on, Minot and Jamestown, and we still have NDSU basketball going on. And, it took some creative thought process, especially in short notice. But we definitely got it done, and all games were broadcast. We didn't miss a beat. And so true testament to the team that we work with. All of our team, production side, on-air side, sales side. Shout out to the sales guys for making this all make sense. So it was a great learning process, and it really prepares us to take on things like Tier 2 and say, we can do this. We know how to do this. We know how to utilize all of our distribution channels, and we figured it out. It was good.
And I know you'll echo it, and Eric, you'll do the same. We're super excited for this opportunity to be up here and to showcase these athletes in the Tier 2. And like you said, they've been underrepresented, and we're happy to give them a platform and for fans to have a central spot to find everything. So
that's
super fun.
It was our goal, and now we just got to live it out.
All right, great. I know you're a busy guy. Eric, you got one more?
Just one more before you leave. Are we going to add more Game of the Weeks?
Yes.
We do 2 on Friday nights. Are we going to add maybe a soccer, a volleyball, a wrestling for the winter sports, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think all of that is in the realm of possibility and likelihood, especially as we can become more familiar with these Tier 2 sports, the facilities, the coaches, that kind of thing. The relationships with the facilities and the coaches and athletic directors really matters to this. The success of these broadcasts rest on a group of people, not just one person booking a game and a couple people going out and shooting, editing, voicing, all that stuff. It is a team. And so as we become more familiarized with these new sports and coaches, players, I definitely think we can expect to see games of the week that get out of our realm of normalcy, that is football, basketball, and hockey. So absolutely.
Okay, great. I know you're busy, so we'll cut you loose. But thanks for taking a couple of minutes explaining this a little bit more. It's some big news for all of us here, and big news for sports all across North Dakota high school athletics. So we're looking forward to it.
Nope, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Josh Rohrer, the Vice President of Broadcast here at WDAY. We'll take another break. When we come back, we got more breaking news we'll touch on the other side. And Matt Fetch from the North Dakota High School Activities Association joins us at 10 o'clock. Hot Mic rolls on after this.